The raising of Lazarus. So, if you read the whole gospel narrative, and I don't know that I will when I preside that day. I don't know that your pastor will when he presides that day. But if you read the full narrative, it begins with a conversation between Jesus and the apostles who are at a distance from Bethany and need to go back there. And the apostles tell them, I don't think you can go back there. Last time you were there, they tried to kill you. Because by this point, the controversy that Jesus has stirred up is really getting ugly. People had picked up stones at the end of the Bread of Life discourse to stone him. And Jesus puts himself in harm's way for the raising of Lazarus. I think that's a detail of the story that we shouldn't miss in our understanding of it. It's not just a foreshadowing of the resurrection, although it is. It's an act of bravery on Jesus' part. It's an act of self-sacrifice on Jesus' part and on the part of the apostles. St. Thomas, at one point in the narrative, and I never know if this is meant to be brave or kind of like sarcastically resigned, says, well, let's us go to die with him too. My initial thought was that it was sarcastic, but that's because I was a sarcastic child. Now that I'm getting older, I hear in Thomas's words a certain level of like he's realizing now what his original yes meant, and he's willing to go along with it even then. So the line, John 11:25-26, which is also a line we often hear at Catholic funerals, I am the resurrection and the life. Those who believe in me, even if they should die, will live, and everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. This is, in fact, how Jesus responds to, in some ways, to the threat of his own personal danger as he goes to visit Lazarus. Now, he's saying this specifically to Martha, but it's a result of the conversation he has with his disciples. Jesus has no fear of death because he understands that life is a gift from the Father and that his life is going to be taken away when the Father's ready to take it away, and it'll be restored when the Father's ready to have it restored. This is the third way that John is playing around with this idea of what is it that transforms Christians? What is this thing about encountering Christ that changes us? So the symbol here is life. But again, it's life beyond any life that we have because it's clear death is not going to have dominion over it. Even those who lose their lives will receive them back if they are about the Father's business. That's essential to our understanding of what's going on in the raising of Lazarus. It's this act of courage on Jesus' part. It's a great miracle as well. It's a profound story. It's one of the more gripping stories of the entire New Testament. But there's an aspect of the self-sacrificial love that Jesus is teaching that colors even this particular narrative. So the encounter then is this great line, Lazarus, come out. John, I think, wants us to imagine the effect on our lives if we let Jesus say that to us. Because the transformation is untie him and let him go. There is probably, I'll speak for myself, letting Jesus say that to me untangles a lot when I believe. I mean, I assent every day, but some days I believe much more strongly than others. So the lesson, Jesus' own act of courage has a transformative effect on me. And as I go forward as somebody who bears his mission, we're called to the same acts of courage that have transformative effects on the people around us. We read this gospel in Lent not just as a foreshadowing of Easter, although it is. We read this gospel in Lent because during Lent we focus on the kind of asceticism, the kind of self-transformation, grace-led transformation that makes us more like Christ. And this is essential to it.